Hello friends, myself Ravi. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will learn how we can implement interpolation and what is interpolation. In order to know the interpolation, we have seen in the previous video what is data binding, and data binding is of two types, which is one-way data binding and two-way data binding. One-way data binding has two types, which is from component to view and then from view to component, and from component to view has different data bindings, in which one is interpolation. So in today's video we will learn what is interpolation and how we can implement it. So without getting late, let's get started. So in one-way data binding, data flows from one direction, either from view to component or from component to view. To bind data from component to view, we make use of interpolation. Now, we will see what is interpolation. Interpolation allows us to include expression as part of any string literal which we use in our HTML. So now we know what is interpolation by definition. Now let's get back to the VS Code and see how we can implement it. Open app.component.ts. So interpolation is to bind data from the component, which is this app.component.ts, to the HTML DOM, which is app.component.html. Now let's define one property in the component and try to bind this data in the HTML DOM. So now you can see we have title with value demo. Now let's change it to welcome to right click. Okay, now let's try to bind this title to the HTML DOM. Go to app.component.html. Let's use h3 tag. In order to bind the data, we should use double curly braces. Inside that, you need to mention the property that you want to bind. So the name of that property is title, right? In this way you can bind data from component to view. Now let's go to UI and see what happens. Open Chrome, type localhost 4200. You can see welcome to right click a string appears. Let's go again to our VS Code. So let's try to see what else we can do with this string literals. In this curly braces, we can also write expressions like 2 plus 4. And if you see browser, you can see the expression result 6 is printed here. Now let's change it to title. Now let's go to our app.component.ts. Here let's try to write one method. So let's type get data, return some string which says welcome to right click. Now let's go to app.component.html and create one h3 tag, and in the double curly braces Inside a double curly braces, let's bind the method that we have written, which is get data. Let's go to our UI and see. You can see we have this welcome to right click, right? So we can bind the method to that curly braces also. Let's again go to VS Code. Again create one h3 tag and put a double curly braces. Inside this double curly braces, bind title dot length, and let's see. You can see the string length 22 has been printed here. Now again go to VS Code. Again give one h3 tag and let's try to bind title dot to uppercase. And now let's go to our UI and see. If you see, the string has been printed in uppercase. So these are the things that you can bind using interpolation to your HTML DOM. Now let's create one more h3 tag and try to assign a value. Suppose give x equals to 4 plus 2 and go to our UI. You can see we are getting some parser error, so we cannot bind the assignment to the variable into the double curly braces. Let me remove this. So these are the different ways to implement the interpolation. We have seen what we can bind and what we cannot. That's it for this video. If you have any doubts regarding this video, please comment it below. If you haven't subscribed our channel, please do subscribe our channel to get more updates. Thanks and have a nice day.